My name's Costas.
And I'm Chris.
Welcome to the 60th episode.
60th?
60th.
What is that? Is that diamond? I don't know.
I don't know.
60.
It's 60. So, what we have this week is a different competition.
We do have a different competition.
But let's go through last week's anagram,
which was camel taming.
And the answer was mental magic. Thanks for your responses. We had quite a few on this. Do you want to pick it out?
Here we go. There
you go.
That one. Jason
Salisbury.
Excellent.
Congratulations, Jamie. Send us a message and we sort this out for you. Now, we have a completely different competition. Now,
yes.
It's one that I wasn't actually aware that it was being implemented. So, it's news to me. I do know the answer, but let Chris explain to you what this is all about.
Okay, so it was something started 9 episodes ago that's been in front of your face the whole time, every episode, except for the Halloween one. That is the gap. 9 episodes ago, if you've been watching carefully, how else? What else can you say about it? What we want is the thing that it's referencing.
Shall we give a clue?
Yeah, let's give a clue.
It's something you are wearing.
It is something that I'm wearing.
And if you look at Chris, you spot the difference.
Yes.
And join all the pieces together.
Yes. And
you've got something it's referencing to.
Yes.
Now, I wouldn't have got this. So there's definitely someone out there that would get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing is, the differences are in order as they appear
to whatever it's referencing. So there is something there, and it is there. In fact, I can see it now.
Hey.
Even though I'm not looking at Chris, I'm actually looking at the viewfinder.
Yes.
It's there. You just need to understand what it is and spot the differences on a weekly basis.
Started 9 episodes ago.
Join them together.
Join them together.
It references something.
References.
Now, I have to tell you, I'll be really impressed for the person that will get this right.
Me too, actually.
So the prize will be extra special.
Well, hey, extra special.
It will be an extra special prize. In fact, the prize is going to be a really good one.
Because I was going to say, should I tell them what category of thing it's referencing?
Well, you can do. Just one more, and then fingers crossed it would trigger something.
It's a television show.
Right.
That's all I'll say.
That's it.
That's all I'll say.
And it is there on a weekly basis. The thing does change, and it references a particular television show.
Yes.
So it will be
interesting. More than that.
So send your answers in the usual way. Now, what are we giving a once over this week?
We have Magic Box Simple S, or Simples.
Yeah. We've got another live lecture, which is Kyle Marlett this week.
And our blast from the past is Magic from Holland's Kevin Phillips, Strikingly Odd. Striking.
Fantastic. So let's get on with this week's show.
Our first once over this week is Magic Box's Paul Dewhurst Simples. Let's have a look at a live performance we did earlier and have a talk about it afterwards. We're going to try something with the stock market. Okay. These are cards about the market. They're market report cards. They're not very interesting on the back. On the front, they've got loss and profit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Loss, profit, loss, profit, loss, profit. So that even like sometimes you're in the red, sometimes you're in the black, sometimes you're red, sometimes you're in the black, and so forth and so forth. But I actually found a website that takes all of the profit margins, puts them into an algorithm, and mixes them up a bit, and will tell you if it's loss or profit. Right? But here's the interesting thing: every time I do it, I get no crap. Lost profit, lost. No, you know what? I think. Oh God, it's gone horribly wrong. These are all losses. I think I went to the wrong website.
Oh, I love it.
You've just seen a live performance of Simples. Now this is an interesting effect.
It is an interesting effect. It's sort of a modern, really old packet trick.
I don't even think it has an ending as such.
In a way, it kind of doesn't.
Because you gotta be in the UK to appreciate where this is coming from.
That is very true. That is very true.
It's a website. It's got nationwide advertising using meerkats.
Yeah, we're not going to say it.
And you basically need to understand the pun at the end.
Yeah.
To get it.
Yeah, I went to the wrong compare website.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I learned this trick as a packet card trick ages and ages ago, and the final reveal was a bunch of aces. It was sort of an oil and water type routine, and then the ending was aces. It's really silly.
It's an interesting twist using the stock market and the meerkats as an ending and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you like something a bit different, you like something fun, I would recommend it.
Also super simple.
It's very simple. There's nothing much you need to learn. That's it. It's very simple. And that's simple.
Yeah. Well, what can you say?
Yeah, that's it. It's go for it. The second one's over this week is another live lecture by Kyle Marlett this week. Let's watch a live performance of one of the tricks that Chris has taken from this DVD, and we'll come back and discuss it.
A lot of people ask me about gigs and doing magic and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to start with you picking a card. So just say stop for me.
Stop.
Right there? You sure? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Actually, I'm going to try something a little different with this card because most people ask me how I make money doing magic. Mostly people pay me for gigs and stuff, but for the most part, I can manage to I can actually turn a card into money, and I can do that 52 times, and then I've got my gigs pay.
You've just seen a live performance of Chris performing an effect from the lecture. Now the trick that Chris performs is card in dollar bill. He performed it slightly differently to the way Cole does, so it shows that you can take something and adapt it. And let Chris tell you what the differences are.
The way that I did it was a very, very slimline, very sort of direct, straight to the point, with just using what the effect of the trick is. I was sort of in a rush, and I forgot. I tried to find other things that you need for the actual trick. I was set up, but we were missing one key element, which I'm not going to say because obviously it would sort of ruin the effect. And I just figured, oh, we're missing this. Instead of waiting around, I'll just do this sort of quick version. The effect is the same, but it's missing the sort of prediction element. That's what I should say. It's missing the prediction element.
But it's still good as a visual transposition or a visual change.
Yeah, visual change. And that is one interesting thing, good transition. All his stuff on that is very visual. It's all based in, he believes that magic should be visual no matter what, because he has his show in Vegas, he does TV stuff as well, and he believes that from that point of view it should all be visual. So all the stuff you get on here is really, really visual.
I actually like the card in dollar bill. In fact, if you buy this just for that and you make it, you'd have something really, really visual.
No, I agree. I was quite proud of myself.
I don't think it's a problem doing it on the spur of the moment either. Here's a card and it turns into a bill. It's very, very visual.
Yeah.
In fact, everything on here you have to make something.
Yes, it is. It is as known as organic magic. It's all stuff that he has bought at a Walmart locally to his place, and it's stuff that you can get over here. The only thing that would be any different would be the animal cracker production, but we've got things that you can adapt that to over here as well.
Yeah, so if you like the weird and strange, and the visual stuff, and you don't mind having a dab with a bit of tape, glue, and various bits
duct
and
tape.
pieces, then this is an interesting. It's one of the different lectures we've looked at, because you have to make everything on here, but the stuff is very visual.
And even though it's in the category of organic magic, it's all very varied, because it is sort of stuff that you go, oh, I'll just borrow that, or we'll use what looks like this.
Well, it's like the first trick on the description here, which is draw straws.
Mm-hmm.
You draw a cup and a straw, and then you end up plucking the straw out of the drawing.
Yeah.
And that's really visual. So that's the kind of stuff that you would see and experience on this, as you can see, at the table experience lecture.
I get what you did there. But he loves puns, by the way. Kyle loves puns. Just so you know.
You got dollar to paper, toilet paper.
That's a I had a giggle at that trick, because they were also doing it in the studio, and he does it with like an auditorium and a giant stage, so he has people running. So when he's undoing the toilet paper in the thing, he's just got a massive pile of toilet paper next to him because he doesn't have the room. It was quite humorous.
It would be fun trying to flash it all as well.
Yeah.
So that's the At the Table Live lecture by Kyle Marlett. If you like the performance of the build to card that you've seen, and you like that effect, it's definitely worth getting this.
Absolutely.
There's always going to have something else you're going to have interest in play with.
Yes.
And that's the Kyle Marlett live lecture. Question and answer this week is going to be rolled over again, so it's all about how do you go and approach your to get a gig for a bit of experience and stuff. So all that kind of, what do you do? How do you approach a potential place of residency, or
or whatever?
Or
just
whatever.
that advice.
How do you go about getting experience in performing to real people? So send us your responses, and next week we will be revealing and answering all the responses.
Wait.
If that makes sense. We'll be giving you all the responses.
That's the one. This week's Blast from the Past is Kevin Phillips' Strikingly Odd. Let's have a look at a performance we did earlier and have a talk about it after that. There's a saying, that if you get on a bus, there's a whole bunch of people, there's always one odd person on the bus, right? And the saying goes, if you can't find the odd person on the bus, it's you. So, but the same, it's true. The same goes for a pack of cards. So inside a pack of cards, there are odd cards as well. So if we look through, if you have a look through, which one would you say is the odd card? What one would you say? See, a lot of people do say the Joker, but in this case, it's not the Joker.
Okay.
It's actually the Queen. Queen of Diamonds, and I'll show you why it's the Queen of Diamonds. Because here's the interesting thing: the Queen of Diamonds is the odd card because it's different from the pack, right? It's a different card from the pack. Have a look at her. There's nothing necessarily interesting about her apart from the fact that she is a different coloured card. The interesting thing about the Queen is that if we throw her in the pack, just like so, she obviously is different coloured. And even if we give her a bit of a shuffle inside the pack, actually let's get rid of the Joker number 1, Joker number 2. Let's get them out of there. So the Queen of Diamonds, our odd card. But if she sits on the bus, let's use that analogy again. If she sits on the bus for long enough, people start to think she's normal. Because maybe she's quiet for a bit, or new people come on the bus. So if we go through and we find, where is she? There, I just saw her. There you go. If she stays on the bus long enough, she becomes, here's the interesting thing, she becomes normal, right?
Yeah.
But once odd, always odd. If she's red-backed, these become blue-backed. Now you've just seen the performance that I did of Strikingly Odd. I don't know, I'm charmed by this effect.
No, so I
think
am.
it's like-
We've had this for a while, and it was on the maybe pile.
Yeah,
we
definitely.
had to look at it again, and when we looked at it again, it took me by surprise. I
It
forgot
did. You went,
how
"Oh."
good the ending is. It's actually a very easy effect to do,
It's super simple. Super simple.
but the outcome is so good.
Yeah, and I don't know, it feels to me there are a lot of colour changing decks out there. There's a lot of colour changing decks. But what I quite like about this is it's sort of a free, it feels more open and widespread than a lot of the colour changing decks, if you know what I'm
And
getting
also, it
at.
feels more of a routine as well.
Yeah, rather than just like, ooh, fadoomph.
Yeah,
like,
and
things
here
changed.
it's changed. No, it's a valid point.
Yeah, you do need. I guess it's also a pro as well as a con. You need your own deck of cards, because that is the interesting thing about it. It's not gimmicked in that sense. You can use your own decks of cards once you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have another deck of cards you have to bring with you. You can incorporate this into any deck of cards that you have.
You could basically perform this and then continue with the same deck for other tricks.
Yes.
Which is a plus.
Yeah.
And it is very, very visual. You've seen the performance, and I'm pretty sure not many people would have expected the ending.
No. I mean, because obviously I picked this up and you're like, here, what about this one? And I watched it and I was like, oh. Because I opened it first, as you do, and I'm like, really? How is that going to be a colour changing deck routine?
Yeah.
And I watched it and I was like, ooh.
Well, that's it. When you look at it before watching the explanation, you can't...
You can't fathom
yeah.
how that would be a colour changing deck.
Well, you said it at the beginning, it is a charming effect. You can't help but be charmed by it because it's such a nice ending, and the elements or convincers in here are really, really good.
Yes.
And that is called
Strikingly Odd.
Strikingly Odd. It's very odd. Now, we've got the competition.
We do?
The different competition. So let's just quickly go over it. The past 9 weeks, Chris has been doing something or whatever. Something's been changing on a weekly basis.
Yes.
And they are in order.
They are in
You
order.
put them in order, and it's referencing to a particular TV program.
Yes.
If you can get that right, I guarantee you the prize will be good.
The other,
And also,
yes.
you would be able to choose your prizes.
Ooh. Hey, whoa. Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna throw in another clue, because I know people might have a go at me if they guess it and they go, well, he didn't tell us all that. It's a TV show, but it also has, it also goes into different genres of multimedia. I'll just say that, just so people can't have a go at me.
So, week's once over was simple, or simples.
Our at the table lecture this week was Kyle Marlett.
And the Blast from the Past, strikingly odd. Last week we performed and showed you the official trailer for Scarlet Monty. That's going really, really well. So
Going
thank
really
you.
well. Thank you,
It's
everyone.
officially launched today.
Yes!
So all pre-orders have, by the time you watch this, have all been shipped out. So that's Scarlet Monty. We are just about to finish and actually go and film trailer stuff for another release. So that's it for this week.
Hey! Bye! Welcome to Scarlet Monty by Malcolm Norton, a packet trick you will love performing.
Welcome to the story of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
The story goes something like this. The first time they caught the Scarlet Pimpernel, they left one of the guards outside the jail cell. They left the other two inside with him. One of the guards closed his eyes for just a second. The other turned his back, and within a blink of an eye, that's all he needed. He managed to escape from within. He managed to escape from all three guards, just like so. Included is a fun, story-driven patter that revolves around the Scarlet Pimpernel. The second time they caught him, they decided they were not going to close their eyes, they were not going to turn their back. They left him in the jail cell where they could see him. But just 1 second, that's all he needed. He managed to escape. A fun, easy-to-do routine that will leave your audiences with an ending they won't expect coming. They managed to catch him a third time. And there's a rhyme that comes with this. They left all the guards inside the jail cell. The rhyme goes, we seek him here, we seek him there, those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven or is he in hell? That damned, elusive Pimpernel. And he managed to arrive back where he started, inside the envelope. Also included, a Monty version, designed for work on the street. So if we actually take the cards straight out the pack, put the envelope in my pocket, put it there. Now the Scarlet Pimpernel goes something like this. I'm actually going to need both of your hands because it's a little windy. If you put your hand out, just like so, and Kat, just put your hand out there, that's great. The Jack of Hearts is a Scarlet Pimpernel. Now it goes with a story. These are our three guards. So the first time they actually caught the Scarlet Pimpernel, they put one of the guards outside the jail cell. If you put your hand on top of the jailman, that's great. And they kept the other two inside with the Scarlet Pimpernel, right? Now, the first jailman closed his eyes. The other one turned his back for just a second, and that's all the Scarlet Pimpernel needed, and he managed to escape. He managed to escape. He escaped from all three guards.
Is it there?
Have a look.
Whoa!
Now the second time, keep your hands out, the second time, they caught him a second time, and they decided they wouldn't close their eyes or anything, so they slipped him in the jail cell, just like so, but, just like that, all he needed was 1 second, and he escaped. All the way over there. Now the final time they caught him, they decided that they would leave all the people in the jail cell with him, and they wouldn't let him out of their sight. Now there's a rhyme that goes with this. It goes, we seek him here, we seek him there, those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven or is he in hell? That damned, elusive Pimpernel. And he managed to escape. Now remember, we started with the envelope, right at the beginning. Red envelope. You actually have a look inside. There's one card and one card only. We take that out, turn it over.
All right.